See y'all later.
You're 20 years old. Yeah, you gotta walk in there and say, this is my fucking life, not yours. See?
Y'all have a good night.
I mean, am I wrong on that? I said, I can be the bad guy for you, but you need to keep up, you need to, like, put up for yourself on this. If you're gonna be in Kentucky for 3 years, they need to know that they can't fuck with you for 3 years. And the other thing, what if Terry goes into Auburn and he tears it up? Over this gentleman's agreement. Man, you ain't starting next week.
Man, we've been until like 12:30.
What?
Yeah, because I had to do the commercials, and then I had to grab sound.
Well, if I really could go home and tell everything, I got Joe games today too, and I can say
I think I'll come around.
JT's done.
They have to be like precise and
I don't know about the movie.
Yeah.
So they brought in 2 transfers, and the 2
It
kids
didn't
there.
take me an hour to go.
2 transfers that Florida State had, they'd be 1-0 right now.
Maybe not. I just,
Well, maybe not,
I've gone back and watched the film. And Black deserves a lot of stuff. Black also deserves 30 points against Atlanta. We just know it.
Yeah, like the Florida State was. Was it just me or could y'all good help me? It looked like y'all were
BeyondIdo.org. Sounds like some good reading material. Damn, y'all are late as fuck. Well, we're gonna get the show started at 8:05.
That's so much.
About
Florida State.
That's you ranting, right? Why are you so down today, bro?
Me?
I got us here until 12:30.
Yeah, like I'm. Please do.
I think it's 8:05.
He texted us talking about this, I'm pretty sure you guys get the assignment, so they were.
Did you drive Buddy home?
No.
Axe pit?
Oh.
Just him.
Oh. He's not happy.
I was like, police. That's 12 o'clock show too, so your meeting is just in.
I basically live here.
Yeah, very late. Hey, you were just asking how you could get more hours.
Yeah.
There's
I got my wish.
Yeah. Now don't complain.
Good grief, by the time we get on, it's going to be time to break.
Dude, that's what I said. Alright, here we go. 8:05. We had to let them two rant and rave about Mike.
I mean, you and Rick talking all this Florida State stuff took up half our damn show.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear about losers.
I mean, normally I'd be okay with that.
Losers don't get expressed.
But tonight, like, I'm not cool with that. There's so much to get into tonight. We got to start it off with Jeff Sims going into Doak Campbell, as his dad said. He can call it, that's what it's called from here on out.
Yes,
We don't really trying to get rid of the name anyway.
Right.
But Doak sounds good.
Taking Mike Norvell over his knee and going old school, elementary style spanking with him in week 1.
Did you see the video I sent you?
Yeah.
R. Kelly. R. Kelly video.
Look at me.
I did this to you. It's not a great way, not an optimal way to start your era,
No.
Losing to a team that was preseason picked to be the 15th worst team in the ACC, and now you flip spots per the latest.
Yeah, that's not silly.
Rate.
Yeah.
But I love my alma mater. I'm gonna say that. I actually.
Anytime somebody starts with that, it gets bad. Anytime your wife goes, "Hey, I love you, but."
I love Michael. I say this to people who are close to me all
pray.
the time. Because I always tell them, I never question your love.
Right.
Like, I'll never do that. What I question is your actions.
Okay. Not intention.
Not intentions. Yeah, I don't care about intentions. I don't care about what it looks. I'm this type of person. I don't care what it looks like. If I'm gonna be honest with you, like if you said James, I'm gonna give you $10 million in a duffel bag. I'm not gonna say why can't you wire it? It looks more professional when you wire it. It's in the bank. I'm gonna say appreciate it. Give me my money. Run me my chips.
Right. Don't even care what the duffel bag looks
Don't
like.
care. I care about the win.
Right.
I care about the W. Aesthetics don't necessarily win championships, but it's cool to have those things if you're winning. Just like it's cool to dance if you're winning. But all off season, we've heard such great rhetoric. And I'm not as mad, but there's something that I've done to people. And I said, guys, y'all need to chill out. Like, let Mike coach a game. Let Mike do something.
No. It's not that bad. We're not even calling him Coach White Mike anymore.
No, you got to earn. Like, people don't understand how to grow up in that locker room.
This is worse than I thought, JJ.
White Mike is a term of reverence. Like, that means we're actually taking the time to differentiate you from Mike, Asian Mike, and Spanish Mike.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
you're White Mike.
I didn't hear what you were saying because I was finding this gem. Hold on.
Yeah. Let's let the goat talk.
No, sir. You said it right the first time.
You said it right.
Go up.
But
We done walked in your stadium.
every game, every day there was another article. Taking the stab, which I'm fine with. He sucked. But what are we gonna do now? Like, that's not the standard. The standard is what he said he wants to be held up to. He didn't say hold me to Willie Taggart. That's why he's here. It's because of Willie Taggart.
You obviously don't understand what they're trying to do here.
All I hear, we're not gonna allow hoodies, earrings, and headsets. Oh, that's right. Get those little black thugs in line.
Wow.
That's exactly what we need.
Wow.
No,
won.
no. We've had thugs. Like, that's what people were saying. Thugs, like, it was a thug culture.
They were running the university with Jimbo, remember?
The hoodies got to go. That's how we're going to win. Yeah, because great coaches focus on that. The little things. The little things is what we need to worry about. Buy in. I bought in. Marvin Wilson. We bought in. Tamara and Terry. I bought in.
Mistake.
James Blackman. I bought in. I'm being coached. I've never had this level of coaching before. Like,
So to
safeties.
be fair,
Safeties. I'm being coached. Linebackers. Being coached. I just watched the film of a linebacker with no run fit. Just A-gap wide open, sitting there for you to make the tackle on the Georgia Tech running back. You decide to run where there's three other Seminoles clogging up the hole and just give him a wide-ass open A-gap. He did better than the running back that we got rid of. He saw a wide-ass open hole, so he hit that beat. Fundamentals. I can't catch all of a sudden. You got drop-itis. Oh, you was coached that a year ago. He gone now. We're going to catch the ball now. I don't really. It's not even a freak. Jimbo's gone. All these guys are gone. I expect, you talk about looking. I have never heard this much losing mentality in my life, and it makes my balls itch. They said in the fifth quarter, the chat that I run, I quote, this loss looked better than a win.
whoa.
In what point? On. God, he said that. He said
Wait,
the
who said
Samford win
that?
didn't look good. The Louisiana Monroe win did not look
Who
good.
said this?
Well, that's
There was,
true.
there was a couple. That's true. Cannot negate that. But a win in what planet, in what football stratosphere is a win worse than a loss?
To Georgia Tech.
To a team ranked 15th, a team that had 3 starters not be able to play. A team. Then I was mad, but then I got re-mad all over again when I found out how they got there. They carpooled the dope. You lost to a high school team.
They took 11 buses from Atlanta.
That
There's
reminds
only-
me of that time. Who was that drove through from Texas against the Giants?
There was, oh God, that's crazy.
Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. On
But
a
that
bus.
was extenuating circumstances. Like I got that.
They were like, if he flies, he dies.
But what I'm saying is,
They
We-
yellow bus.
they took a caravan. You're telling me about no spring game, COVID, all the excuses that they have too. They drove 11 charter buses. There's only one place that Florida State will take charter buses to. That's Gainesville, and that's like an hour-and-a-half trip. That's the reason why. You know what? Gainesville had a bigger airport, we would fly into it. 11, they carpooled. Their moms and dads got on the dog. It's crazy. So all I heard, your boy comes in, he's working out, he's still getting DMs from FSU
Yes,
fans
he is.
who in their head believe that Mike flew. Check this. Mike flew in, according to your narrative, Mike flew to Jacksonville from Tallahassee. A 2-hour trip, but these boys caravan from Atlanta, a 5-hour trip.
No, that's 7 in a caravan.
No,
That's
let me
seven.
replay
That's
this.
7 in an 11 bus caravan.
Let me replay this in your mind. You said Mike.
Stop at a rest
Mike
stop.
had just called a kid and told him that I don't want you. But Mike got in a private jet and flew. It's a 2.5-hour drive, no matter where you're coming from, in Tallahassee to get to Jacksonville. Trust me, I know. I go there all the time. He flew a private jet. They caravan with moms and dads making fluffernutter snacks, peanut butter and marshmallow, peanut butter and jelly snacks, and gummy worms. They drove to Tallahassee. Legs should be stiff. Oh, Mike is so war chant, 247, Tomahawk Nation, whatever other places, everybody. Oh, Mike, this is the most thorough we've ever heard. They're practicing a rain delay. What happens? Oh my God, we got a rain delay. I'm geeked, right? I'm geeked, dog. I am geeked.
You're like, well, we're gonna win by 4 or 5.
We are definitely getting the spread after that first drive. It fell right into his hands. Who thinks to practice a rain delay? I know Georgia Tech. No, Georgia Tech came out the rain delay playing bull in a ring.
I saw that.
We lost to a Pop Warner team. They were slapping their pads. How you feel? Real good. How you feel? Real good. And you got the nerve to bring back the walk. I just knew. And again, this isn't me hating. This is what happened. We did the walk. They did the walk, Denny.
What's the
That
walk?
means
Tell me
something.
what the walk is.
When we played during the Bowden era, we would go jump on the logo and say, woo, woo, and then we would stop when Bobby blew the whistle. We would turn around and the band would play the good, the bad, and the ugly thing. We have our helmets held high, and we was walking off showing you our ass, because that's what we was about to whoop yours.
Okay.
That's
They-
what
they did
that's
that?
what they did that.
You were excited?
I was like, yes, now you bring back the jumping on the logos and we got
Did
something.
they do the surf sweat?
They did not do this. There was no dancing.
Okay.
Kid you not, comment on my article. Well, at least they didn't give up. At least they weren't dancing on the sideline. Like, dude, you lost. I don't care what they were doing. They lost. And it was the Virginia Tech. You say Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech was brought into the conference to win and to compete. Virginia Tech is a notable program. I don't care about it. We lost to that. I was mad too in the rainstorm. I was mad at Keith Gavin for dropping. Boise State, like I said, I've never heard anybody just wake up and say, Even when Paul Johnson had him every 3 years good.
Mhm.
Man, I just know Georgia Tech for to dominate the ACC. They were 2 years, they're 2 years removed from running a damn wing. God, this is making it even more like high school. You got it 2 years removed from a wing team.
Mhm. Go ahead.
They carpool.
Right, all freshmen and sophomores.
You,
I wanted to remind you, literally all freshmen and sophomores.
this is his first year, James. This is his first game. Be easy on the They played 40 guys who are first and second year players. Do you forget the fact that we didn't have a spring? We have players who have at least experienced the spring, who have experienced snaps and games, who understand the ebbs and flows of the game. We have those players. They have players who just experienced prom.
You know what you don't have?
Okay.
Jeff Sims. My boy goes for what, 350? Was it 350? Was that what it was? 340. My bad. 340.
I don't
total yards.
know what
It was 340, but who's
Don't-
counting?
he had. Care what
Who's counting?
we had to block 2 field goals, have 2 interceptions,
Two
2 great,
kicker bless his heart.
and an extra point.
Oh, their punter is the GOAT, though.
Oh, he's been good.
That's COVID.
Oh, I know.
The fun is COVID.
He beat us last year with like a fake
He's
40-yard
amazing.
throw.
He's my new favorite player.
I mean,
Big boy.
losses happen. I don't like if we thought like we troll about Florida dropping us off the schedule, and we did not drop that game. But maybe that was a blessing.
Maybe.
I'm just saying maybe. Though. I'm not gonna do this. Next week I'm going to talk trash about my. I'm not going to. Like, I don't like. No matter what, I'm no.
Who's y'all's next game?
I'm no
Miami?
Miami. No
Oh,
matter
you don't
what.
play next week?
No, we don't play. No matter what, I'm no blooded. When you Google my name, FSU comes up, and when you type in pictures of me, Getty images, I'm all over
It's
it.
official.
I can't not be there. I still care about these guys. I'm still going to root for them, ride or die. But all I have is one game to judge upon. And if you told me, like when I'm looking at, matter of fact, I'm the guy who's defending this, saying that yeah, he's going to live up to the standard. And then this is what you showed me, and I saw his face. And my friends who are trolls at best are the worst because you know what they
Norvell?
yeah
Okay.
on the sideline. Do you know what they went and did?
What?
They went and found the two game footage of other coaches that have sucked at Florida State. And you know what faces Norvell was making?
Same.
The same face. The face like, yo, I knew it was bad. Damn, I didn't know it was this bad.
But you obviously don't know what they're trying to do.
But like, I don't
So
mind.
It's
Like,
what it's all about.
what it's all
all those
about.
things work, and all
You
those
also don't
things
know what
mean
it's all about.
something when you win. Buy-in. All I said, and I said on the show, and I said in my article, they got it got a certain segment of the fan base, and we all probably know, like what they got them mad. All I said was I don't care about hearing about buy-in. Or like the beat reporters asking the same 5 damn questions every day. We know what you were trying to do. Was there anything on that field that you saw about buy-in? It was a cat that said at least we had half the penalties. You know, we had 5 penalties against Boise last year. We had 7 against Georgia Tech. In what world does that happen? That's an increase, right?
At the worst time.
Right. False start. But now, there's a lot of things that happened. Not a lot. There was a lot before it really went downhill that happened that were really, really good. The O-line did, when the starting 5, like I know they say they want to play like 7 to 8. You got 5, bro. You got 5 offensive linemen. They got to play the whole game. We got to get them injuries. Coach Storms is one of the best strength and conditioning coaches in America, and I stand by that. I know his certifications. I know what he can do. You found out that strength coach can only do so much in a short amount of time, and it's really about the pace of practice because all these cramps and these injuries are indicative of lack of hydration and stamina, which the strength and conditioning coach loses that once they go into camp because he no longer has control of it. So that means these practices that were up tempo, if your guys are cramping up and out of shape and you're getting injuries,
We got a lot to get into tonight. A whole lot to get into. I've got something. James just got off his chest. I've got something that I've got to vent about one of my quarterbacks in the SEC. That'll be coming up in a little bit. But first, we've got to bring on Dr. Swanson. We'll do that coming up next. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, se-ortho.com. That's where you need to go to find out all about what they do, their team, their locations. Big team, a lot of locations, the best of the best doctors around, whether it's your knee or your shoulder or your back or your foot, or maybe you just need chiropractic medicine or pain management or physical therapy. They do it all at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. I use them. You should use them as well. Everyone in my family uses them. The best of what they do, get to se-ortho.com. That's Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Ooh, that's not plugged in.
What?
Holy cow.
What happened?
That's not plugged in.
We haven't seen it. Oh.
Oh. Oh my God.
You got text?
No, but if that, we're going to have to delete the shit.
All right.
Hold on. Let me see when did you start?
I started it right when our show started.
Oh,
when we were doing the stuff beforehand. No, you good. Go.
Because while he was doing crosstalk was when we were talking about it.
It's been up. It just was. I didn't push live until we literally. I don't ever push live until we go right on the show.
Damn, you guys are making it sound like you murdered somebody. No one was killed.
No, I told
People were killed.
No one was kidnapped. Nobody's cheating on their wife. It's fine.
No, something said about Georgia.
Oh, I didn't even.
That
do
wasn't it.
Donatos. Every piece is important. Are you living with foot or ankle pain? If the bottom of your heel hurts when you stand, it could be plantar fasciitis. Often, plantar fasciitis is worse in the morning, but gets better with stretching, ice, or rest. But if it doesn't improve, it's time to see a JOI foot and ankle specialist. Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute can get you in quickly for new injuries and fractures. Call JOI 2000 or visit joi.net.
Why live with foot or ankle pain? If you have persistent pain, numbness, tingling, burning pain on the bottom of your foot, or swelling that doesn't improve with home treatment, it may be time to see Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Our foot and ankle specialists have innovative new options to help you get back in the swing of things without persistent pain that slows you down. Call JOI 2000 or go to joionline.net for an appointment.
Over 300 children in Northeast Florida are currently undergoing cancer treatment. 84% of families whose child is tackling cancer will experience financial hardship. This is Tom Coughlin, and September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, which is represented by the Gold Ribbon. Go gold this September with the Tom Coughlin J Fund to help our neighbors and community members tackling this devastating disease. Visit tcjfund.org/go gold for more information.
I'm Hayes Carline, and what I say goes. Listen to my closing argument presented by the personal injury law firm of Harrell & Harrell weekdays on The Frangie Show. Can you handle the truth?
It's practical, it's smart, and it's so easy. It's Diamonds Direct's most amazing offer ever. Right now, for a limited time on any purchase, get the best price, pay nothing down, and get 5 years, zero interest financing. If you've been eyeballing that $5,000 designer ring, right now it's only $85 a month. Those $3,000 diamond studs, just $50 a month, and they're yours. Everything's affordable. Don't miss the special limited time financing event on approved credit. 5 years, zero interest. Only at Diamonds Direct.
Off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt.
Here's your 1010XL First Coast Community Calendar.
Hope Haven believes in children and youth with special needs and abilities and has developed programs to help ensure their success. Find out more about their employment services and internship program at hope-haven.org.
Big Brothers Big Sisters nurtures local kids and strengthens communities. You build positive relationships that have a lasting effect on young people. Get involved at bbbs.org.
Habitat for Humanity helps families build and improve their homes. If you want to build a better Jacksonville, visit habitat.org.
Join Jacksonville's City Rescue Mission to help transform the lives of the homeless and needy. crmjax.org.
First Coast YMCA helps develop Jacksonville's youth. You can help our children find a better future at fcymca.org.
If you're involved with a community event and you'd like us to help spread the word, visit our website to find out how at 1010xl.com.
Hey guys, Beef here. Come on out and get some Chick-fil-A breakfast and meet the one and only Dan Hicken and Jeff and me at Lifetime Enclosures this Friday morning. All morning long, the drill will be broadcasting live from Lifetime Enclosures on Phillips Highway. We'll have lots of goodies to give away. One lucky winner could score a 1010XL golf prize pack with a foursome to Hidden Hills Golf Club. Tons of cool stuff to give away. Lifetime will have great deals on outdoor living spaces and flooring. Just come on out this Friday morning from 6 to 10 at Lifetime Enclosures.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist presents Dr. Chris Swanson on the Sports Den. A board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, Dr. Swanson has been assistant team physician for the Cincinnati Bengals and Drexel University men's basketball and is the current team physician for several area high schools. Visit se-ortho.com.
On the phone, our weekly segment with Doc Swanson. They say, like, you're the go-to guy for a bunch of high schools around here in the local area. Did you happen to be at the FSU game when that high school came in the dope? And when they carpooled in Caravan, like, were you there, or was that
beat
just
the other high school?
That beat the other, that beat the technical college, the actual tech college, the clown college, as what our rivals say.
You lost me there for a second, but
no, we say that because Georgia Tech actually carpooled to Tallahassee because it's too dangerous to charter a flight. They drove. They were charter buses. They couldn't charter a flight, but they could charter buses. Get more people. Anyway, I'm sorry, Doc. Do you guys handle depression?
That's a good question.
Already after week one, we're there, huh?
Yeah. Well, a question that...
Did you watch the game?
Yeah, if you watch the game, they're using that as torture now. But something that happened week one of the ACC season, and we've seen it a lot, and I'm pretty sure we saw this in a lot of high school games, is cramps or dehydration. And Georgia Tech, every time FSU crossed the 50, they seem like, is that like one of those, like a side effect when, like, you cross the 50, all of a sudden somebody has to catch a cramp? What happens to the body when you do that, and what makes, like,
Josh Allen had a bad
how do you prevent it?
So, the cramps occur, especially at this time of year in places like Florida and Georgia, when the humidity's high, when it's hot and humid, and you're sweating a ton from the start of the game. You get dehydrated. If that goes on for a long period of time, then you can get into a cramping situation where your muscles just contract involuntarily. The only way to prevent it is by staying super hydrated, which, again, like we've talked about before, I mean, that starts days before. You got to be light on the energy drinks. Make sure that you're drinking a ton of water, Gatorade, electrolyte type of drinks. But you got to start that way ahead of game time. We saw a bunch of high school games on Friday night as well. Yeah, same thing.
Injuries happen. One we've talked about a lot. Obviously, the Jaguars won their game on Sunday, and a lot got changed for the Indianapolis Colts when they were no longer able to rely on their running game. With Marlon Mack went down with but they say an Achilles injury. Like, let's just not say a tear, but like an Achilles sprain or something like that. How bad is that, and how long does something like that take to recover, and how do you rehab for it?
Yeah, so Achilles injuries are bad because, so much of your speed and your explosiveness comes from pushing off, and every time you push off, you're putting stress on that Achilles tendon. I had read that he had torn it in a couple different places, but if it's not torn, then it certainly, to get carted off like that, certainly is going to be a bad strain of the Achilles, which is going to take probably a good solid 6 or 8 weeks to recover from first getting into a boot, giving it a chance to heal, taking the pressure off, and then working on regaining your flexibility and then your explosiveness. But it looked pretty bad. I got a feeling that it's more than that for him, and that he actually tore it.
When they say torn in a couple different places, does that affect the recovery more, or does it not really matter when it's torn?
No, I mean, when it's torn, you especially for an explosive athlete, a high-end athlete, you absolutely have to have surgery on it. The surgery reattaches the torn ends with really strong sutures. It gives the body a chance to heal it back into place. But then it's a long process from being immobilized initially, again, back to getting your motion back, and then ultimately your strength back. Certainly a season-ending injury, and then that's one of those ones that's always tricky for guys to come back from. A lot of guys never come back quite as explosive as they were from their Achilles repairs.
Kobe,
still remains to be seen about Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys, and it happens more in basketball and jumping type of sports usually. And then it also is more common as like an attritional thing for Kobe. He was 35, 36. He's been playing pro since he was 18 or whatever. That wear and tear over time is a lot of times when you see it in the men's league basketball games all the time. Guys in their 40s still think they got it, and
like Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers,
Drew Brees.
Oh, he still got it.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah, he doesn't look that great, but I mean, comparatively, when you looked across the field at Tom Brady struggles, they're like, oh, what a fresh young daisy this Drew Brees is. He looked terrible yesterday. What's up with the guy from Florida State, Kane?
I was going to ask that. Like, why? Like, are some people just? Is it a mint? Obviously,
it's being injury prone real.
Yeah, it's being injury prone real. Because Kano, that was a cheap shot, but it just seems like every year something happens to him where he gets hurt. But it's always something different.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I guess that becomes a little bit of a luck thing, like
lack of luck.
Do people just have bad luck? I mean, I suppose, but I don't think especially in football, you can hurt something different on just about every single play.
Sorry, Doc, I had to take a call.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, sorry about that.
By the way, Doc,
one
month, no cigarettes.
I wondered if they were interviewing me for a new role, Danny. Man, you just weren't here again.
Yeah.
You just decided.
Did you hear JJ? He has been a month without cigarettes, Doc.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome, man. How good do you feel?
I feel awesome, honestly. I'm not even playing. Like,
I mean, he comes in here drunk every night, but other than that,
I had to, switch one vice with another.
Devices, man.
I've been using heroin lately. It's pretty cool.
Oh, it's amazing.
What's your Tic Tac habit like? How many Tic Tacs?
No, I've been biting my nails like crazy. But honestly, like after week 2, the urges were not nearly as bad. Like I'm not 100% healed from urges, but I'm doing pretty damn good right now. Not gonna lie. And that's 15 seconds of JJ.
Did y'all get to any of the text line questions for him?
No, we didn't.
No, I was afraid to look at the text line.
There's a couple of text line questions for Dr. Chris Swanson from Southeast Orthopedic. One is, when your knee buckles, is it supposed to be tight or loose?
Is your knee supposed to buckle?
Is any of that right, Doc?
Yeah, so we're right. I mean, your knee's not supposed to buckle. If it does really buckle, then afterward it's likely to feel loose, especially if it buckles badly. Because if it buckles badly, that's how you tear the ligaments around the knee. And if you tear the ligaments around the knee, then your knee becomes very loose.
Well, let me answer that question for you, Doc. 904-634-0640. You probably need to call that number and have it checked out. And that's what I would do. 728. Do you think if this shorter NFL camp and practices leads to less injuries, that they might move to a similar schedule in the near future for every season?
Good question.
Wait, sorry, repeat that one more time.
So if the shorter NFL camp and lack of preseason leads to less injuries, do you think they could move to a similar schedule in the near future for every season?
Yeah, I mean, they certainly could. I mean, I think a lot of people would like to eliminate a portion of the preseason. and have another regular season game. The owners would. I think they make more money off of it. But I think it's too early to see. I mean, you got to play out the entire season. You can't base the amount of injuries just off of week one or the lack of preseason. You're gonna have to look back at it as you get closer to the end of the year and see what the numbers really look like. I don't think there's going to end up being a significant difference in the total amount of injuries from last year with a regular preseason to this year.
Well, I mean, there is something to be said too, just about the lack of reps, right? I mean, we talk about a lack of reps leading to sloppy football or something like that, but the reality is a lack of reps can also lead to less injuries because there's less chances for it. We didn't see nearly the camp injuries that we've seen in past years.
And the football, really, honestly,
it was fine.
Football's fine. No.
NFL level.
No.
I like that the refs were like not throwing flags like on every single play.
There was so much good about this weekend.
I loved it.
And really, was there? I don't remember a whole lot of injuries throughout the NFL yesterday.
Marlon Mack, we talked about.
Marlon Mack, yeah.
Marlon Mack was definitely the sort of highest profile worst injury, I think.
And what did that end up being? Achilles?
Yeah, he's done.
I would say he probably tore it in a couple different ways.
Oh, that's
probably
what
after the season.
Did you watch the game yesterday, Doc?
Yeah, not all of it, but most of it.
Okay, so did you happen to see? We talked about cramps, but the Josh Allen one. Usually, when you're done with a cramp, you get back out there. But like he was struggling. To me, that was like more than a cramp, but I guess not. I guess there's no question there.
He also
but then the thing is, once you start cramping, you're only potentially seconds away from it happening again.
Oh, okay.
Once you're at that point, it can be hard to
come back
to kind of reverse that, because that means you're so far behind from a hydration standpoint that there's essentially no way to catch up.
You want to hear?
They may have taken him in and given him an IV or something, which can help a little bit.
Did you hear about the coach Ron Rivera I almost said it, for Washington had to get an IV at halftime?
That's hot on.
And the quarterback had to give the pep talk, and they came back and won.
That's awesome.
Which I'm
so
shocked.
That guy gave a heck of a pep talk because they were down 17-0.
Yeah,
and then they came storming back to beat the fighting Carson Wentz,
who sucks, by the way.
Hey, make that point about the body fat.
So
that's
like
fair.
people with low body fat, like it's just for whatever I guess they don't maintain water as good, Doc, because those are the ones who always seem to be affected the most. Us fat guys got insulation.
So much water.
But a fun story though. Fun story about a guy.
Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, he's laughing about it.
I don't know.
Makes
Is
me
there
think
any
that's
truth?
wrong.
Or is it just something that it seems like?
I'm gonna have to look into that one. I'll report back to you next week.
The more that I think about it, you don't see too many fat guys cramping up.
Man, there's benefits to having a keg.
That's because they're not running as
much.
much.
That's true.
They're not running.
But funny story though about dehydration, because I know we got to go. But Greg Jones, I'll tell the story. Local guy, Jaguar guy. In camp, like they ran the heck out. It was like one of the hottest days in camp, and everybody was catching cramps. Like it was like, matter of fact, they shut down the training room just to put IVs in people. They thought I might have broke my ankle, and I'm limping into the training room to get treatment. They throw a bag of ice at me and tell me to come back later. We got real issues in here. And the real issue was basically we saw Bruce Banner turn into the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, locked up like that?
So Greg starts cramping. And like his chest is cramping, and they're trying to relax him and hold him down because they need to put the IV in. But apparently, or something, I don't know if he's afraid of him or something happened where the needle he didn't want the needle in him. And his arm, like he just like flexes, like straightens out his arm. There's like two trainers on it, and you see them just fly across the training room. Somebody tried to grab his leg, and there was like a locker or something like right behind it, and he kicks the trainer like into the locker. It was
like a horse.
It was just.
Doc, do you keep
it was
trying
amazing.
after that, or do you just walk
It's
out?
like just let him go.
Yeah. Have you ever fought a tailback before?
Not a tailback. That tailback
that's a job
sounds
for the
small.
trainers, man.
Like Greg was like 250.
Yeah.
Doc, if that were to happen, though, would you keep trying, or would you just walk out?
Do you have to keep with your oath?
I think I'm just walking out on that. The guys,
oath.
The guys cramping on the field. Don't get me off the sidelines, man. that's a job for the trainers. I supervise from a distance.
Nice.
So what Doc's saying is there's 0% chance that ever happens to him.
Doc said that's below my pay
I'm not a
grade.
trainer.
Hey, I forgot about this, but 382, thanks for texting us this on the Lifetime Enclosures text line. I forgot Ron Rivera is going through chemo.
Oh, maybe that's why. Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought it was
I'm
like
sure
a hot
that has
day.
something to do with it. Yeah, heat, chemo. I mean, chemo's really hard on the body.
How was week 1 of high school football? How was the bump and bruise clinics and all that kind of stuff? Were they busy or did everybody stay fairly healthy?
We saw a few people came in, got some treatment on Saturday morning. So we're at the Brooks YMCA right there off Gate Parkway. So for any athletes in any high school, middle school sports get injured on Friday night or during the week, if you want to come in and start that rehab process, we're there at Brooks from 9 to 10 Saturday mornings, and we can get going with therapy treatments and all those kind of things to get started on that recovery process. But not a lot of bad injuries this week that I saw, which is a good thing.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing too. Like if you're a high school athlete, we talk about football all the time, but like Doc just said, you could be in any fall sport. But specifically football, if you're like football, when you go to college, Saturdays is a treatment day.
Right.
Or Sundays, I guess, for college,
Sunday.
the day after. Right? Same thing with this. So if you get a bump or bruise or bigger injury on Friday night, you can go in and see Dr. Swanson at Brooks. Is it called Brooks Rehab? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Brooks Physical Therapy. It's in
Brooks
the
Physical Therapy.
YMCA right off of Gate Parkway. You can see it off JTV.
Oh, that's
right
where my wife
outside.
just got done with her physical therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. You can go in there on Saturday morning. What time?
9 o'clock. We're there from 9 to 10, and you don't need an appointment or anything. You can just show up. It's free. So the price is right, and you can just come on in and get started on that process. Because for all sports, seasons are short, and this year probably shorter than usual even. And so, the quicker you get going on diagnosing an injury and then on taking care of it, the sooner you'll be able to get back out there.
There you go. You go see Dr. Swanson at Brooks Physical Therapy, Gate Parkway, 9 o'clock on Saturday mornings. Doc, as always, we greatly appreciate it, my man.
All right, guys. You have a good week.
All right. Dr. Chris Swanson from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. If you got knee or shoulder issues, ask for him when you give him a call at 904-634-0640. We will get to some Jag stuff. I promise you that. I'm going to have to take the next segment, at least the first couple minutes, and I'm going to have to vent on something about an SEC quarterback. We'll do that coming up next.
I'm Mike Dempsey, and this fall, Mark Brunell joins me every Tuesday at 11 o'clock on Jaguars Today, thanks to Armor Guard Exteriors. Join us then to hear what the former quarterback has to say about the home team on 1010 XL.
Blue here for Shinatri Chiropractic. I had neck surgery. I have back pain, going there all the time for adjustments. Even fell down coming out of the shower, injured my tailbone. Picks me up wonderfully. They're the official chiropractor for JU Athletics. Effective diagnosis and treatment on the lower back or neck pain. If chiropractic adjusting isn't for you, they have acupuncture and dry needling for your pain and tension. What a friendly staff as well. Call them 743-6700 at 2711 University Boulevard.
All offers with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Jeep Adventure Days. Kick off your fall with huge savings on the cars, trucks, and SUVs you love to drive. From Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Arlington. Get up to 25% off on any Charger or Challenger. Drive a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee from just $337 a month. See our inventory at #1CJD.com. Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Arlington. 9600 Atlantic Boulevard. Right across from the Regency Square Mall.
Hicken here. Did you know that Roof It Right is now offering virtual or contactless appointments? As Florida's preeminent roofer, Roof It Right takes pride in keeping our community safe. If you're having issues with your roof, go to roofitRightFL.com and schedule your contactless appointment today. Our workers have always been proud to serve our community during difficult times, so we're here if you need us. Roof It Right so you can sleep at night. RoofItRightFL.com. That's RoofItRightFL.com.
If you've been involved in a car accident and are not sure of your legal options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000 and take back control of your life.
Office in Jacksonville.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have a special offer for anyone who is buying or refinancing a home. It's not something you do every day, so you want to make sure you're getting a great deal. Trustline Mortgage will pay you $100 just to give you a free second opinion. What do you have to lose? Nothing. I know what you're thinking. How can they possibly pay me $100 just to give me a free second opinion? That's crazy. Listen, Trustline Mortgage is celebrating our 30th anniversary this year. You're in business that long because you're good at what you do. Call Trustline Mortgage today to get your free second opinion, your $100, and your peace of mind. Jumbo loans, interest-only loans, conventional, VA, FHA, credit challenge loans, bank statement loans, self-employed, purchases, refinances, you name it, we have it. Call Trustline Mortgage at 381-LOAN or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 331480.
Are you ready to replace the windows in your home but don't know which company to hire because they all say the same thing anyway? Made for Florida, built for Florida. This is the best window for your home. 30, 40, 50% off if you sign today. The culture of Kohler Homes is to offer options from all the Florida-approved manufacturers, not just one. Without the pressure sales of buy this window today. We'll provide an educating consultation, not a sales pitch, then pinpoint the best option no matter who the manufacturer is. Don't fall for the pressure sale and don't limit your options. Let the consultants at Kohler Homes of Jacksonville help you choose the right manufacturer. Kohler Homes, the right choice.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On September 14th, 1998, the Atlanta Braves clinched their 7th straight divisional crown, winning the NL East with a victory over the Philadelphia Phillies.
AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
You have to be up in 5 hours, 2 hours, 6 minutes. And when you hear, you realize that you haven't slept a wink. That's why there's ZzzQuil Pure Z's, a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally with no next-day grogginess. It's available in both liquid and gummies, tastes great, and is non-habit forming. Pick up ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil. ZzzQuil Pure Z's, naturally superior sleep. Available at retailers near you.
Hello? Hello, Mrs. Kuntz. It's the back left tire of your RV calling. Wanted to give you a heads up that I'm going to blow out on the highway later today.
Wait, what?
Says here I'm going to burst in the middle of rush hour.
Well, can we reschedule?
Sorry, our policy states that once we're scheduled to burst, we have to. We really pride ourselves on our commitment to blowouts.
RV owners can't schedule when things go wrong on the road. That's why there's Progressive, a leader in RV insurance.
You want a text confirmation when I burst?
Think I'll notice.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is a Sports Den brought to you by thehumidor.com. Make sure you get to thehumidor.com for all of your cigar needs, not just some of them, all of them. Plan ahead, get them shipped right to you. They've got a huge selection of cigars, already low prices. Go fill up your cart and then type in Sports Den, all lowercase, all one word, and you'll get 20% off of your order. And like I said, it'll be shipped right to your house. So right before I come in here tonight, I get a text from a guy that is like a beat writer at Auburn.
Let's tap Denny's phone.
Oh man, we should have been playing this all weekend. So I get a text from him that was a little alarming, right? That something that he said about Gatewood, and I was like, "What is he talking about?"
Joey Gatewood,
Kentucky
quarterback.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. Yes, but might as well get to it now. Joey Gatewood, Kentucky quarterback who transferred from Auburn after last year, or in the middle of last year, who we still haven't heard from the NCAA on. And then I get a call from, like, I don't know who it is, so I for some reason I answer it. And it's like a reporter from Kentucky asking me if this is true. And so now I start looking around, and what this is, I sent it to you, James, so I'm going to have to pull it up now here. Let's see.
You got it?
Yeah. KentuckySportsRadio.com had something come out today at 2:05 that said Rivals Travis Graff is reporting that Joey has likely been cleared for immediate eligibility by the NCAA, but the matter is now up to the SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey. He goes on to say this morning on a radio show, Matt Jones now, I don't know who that is, so he can
It's
confirm
actually
the
a
report.
really big show. So
Is
it's
it
legit? Yeah.
Okay. Said I can confirm the report. That's what I was hinting at last week. That has been true for a while that the NCAA has cleared him, but they're waiting on the SEC. Here's where it gets weird to me, and quite frankly, I'm angry about this. It's also being reported that Kentucky has a gentleman's agreement with Auburn that Gatewood will not play on September 26th. As a way, you ready for this? As a way to show thanks for Auburn's cooperation with the waiver request. So in other words, what's going on here is Auburn says Bo Nix is better than Joey Gatewood. That's what Auburn says. So we're fine with Joey. When you say that if you're a 4-star guy that everybody would want, he's going to leave, right? So he leaves, he goes to Kentucky. And so now you're saying, yeah, I'm cool if he plays, just not against us in week 1. There's part of me that goes, I get it. There's part of me, all of me says I'm not even mad at Auburn about this. Because if I'm making $6 million a year like Gus Malzahn is,
right,
I'll be damned if I'm going to let some dude that I let walk into my house and beat me. Not going to happen.
Especially after you just kind of witnessed.
Yes, right.
Yeah, they watch sport. The other schools watch sports too.
Here's where my issue comes in. I called Joey. Joey, what's going on with this, man? Why didn't you call me? No idea. He has no idea about any of this. None.
So Joey doesn't know that he's a pawn in the larger game.
No. And that's where my problem is. Now, if this report is untrue, we'll scrap the whole segment. But when there's this much smoke, there's normally fire, right? So if this report is true, how hard is it? And you want to know why student athletes are getting angry. This is this kid's career. How hard is it to bring kid in and go, look, here's the deal. Bump kid, this is a grown man.
Mm-hmm.
To bring him in and say, here's the deal. Technically, you have to sit out a year. We're going to get Auburn's cooperation, but you're not going to be able to play against them. Are you cool with that? He probably says, well, it's better than the alternative. Sure, I'll sit week 1. I'll play the other 9. Let's get it. But to do the negotiating behind his back?
And there's other ways that you can spin it to where it doesn't look like this, right? Everybody's quick to say, well, man, don't put violation of team rules. You can sprinkle COVID on anything right now and people will understand. You could say, he's recovering from a hamstring injury.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bunch of things that you could say, but at least make the guy aware of all of the options or the things that are affecting him personally so that he can go on. So he can make the best choice.
So I called some other college coaches and I said, because I don't want to overreact, I said, is this weird? Is this weird? They all said, yeah, it's kind of weird. And then I voiced my concern about Joey not being brought in. One of them told me this, and it made me feel a little better. He's like, listen, on this stuff, a lot of times the coaches don't even know.
This is AD level?
This is AD compliance level of, hey, this is how we're going to do this. So, I mean, if that's the case, I get it. But I have a hard time believing that Mark Stoops doesn't know if his quarterback
his
can't
starting
play.
quarterback on week 1 can't play. You think like the day before the game they're gonna knock on his door and be like, hey, all that guy you've been practicing and preparing with? Yeah, he's not gonna play.
Well, and he's in a battle for the starting. They've got a good
hard
situation. He and Terry Wilson's back.
Mr. Wilson.
So I don't want to imply that he's the starter.
Here's what I do know is at least known is that Mark might have been made aware that negotiations are being had to get him cleared.
Right.
And where they stand at this point because you're gonna have to give somebody else those reps. Like before the guys got cleared at FSU, they were practicing, but they weren't in scrimmages.
Right.
Because there's no need to get you
valuable
scrimmage
reps,
yep. Valuable reps when we don't know if you're going to play or not. And I think if you knew if any of this was possible, it is your obligation, because the most important position on the team is the quarterback, to continue the relationship and make it stronger so that you don't have any inkling, especially when this is part of the reason why the young man left to come to you in the first place.
That's right.
It affects recruiting. Like, these are the things that people know coaches lie. I'm here to tell people coaches lie. It's part of the job. They're not lying to be bad people. They're lying because they have to essentially.
Coaches and politicians are identical.
Car salesman.
I'll even say it's worse for coaching because politicians just need your vote. They need your support. Like, this is like running game. I hate to
That's
the
true.
only way I can describe this to you is they're courting your kid. And when you're courting in the beginning, nobody just comes out and says, "Oh, they're flaws." No, the biggest proponent I've found, especially in the social media era, is the coaches are like women when it comes to this. And hear me out. In the beginning, women get DMs from men. They have multiple people that they are probably entertaining at the time that you come in.
Okay.
And you may bump everybody out and become the guy. Now,
Get the commitment.
You get the commitment, and when she's committed to your program. But before that, she done put out 12 offers.
Oh.
And it's whoever's the first person that commits, the first person that she feels
She
comfortable
sounds
with.
like she belongs to the streets. I'm not gonna lie.
But that's
a dozen's a solid number.
But that's what what this is.
I mean, just offer. She's a 4-star.
Ain't nobody going after 2 and 3 stars but Coach Norvell.
I mean, 3 stars may get like 5 offers, 6 offers. So a dozen offers a 4-star.
You want the best. You want this is Bama, baby.
Oh, she's getting lots of offers.
She's getting lots of offers. Not that she's but that coach, like, after she hangs up the phone with Florida,
she hasn't narrowed down to her top 5.
Alabama's calling to try to get her interest. And fellas, I hate to be the one to tell you this. She's a lie if she tells you that, oh, I just spent all my time. Not if she's single. The hell she does. She got 7 dating apps. She's entertaining something, dude. Trust me. That doesn't mean once you
She's
get
not
her,
just watching Netflix at home by
right.
herself.
That doesn't mean when you obtain her that she, and it does. Those things don't just go away, because much like college recruiting, even when you sign, there's somebody from other schools keeping in contact with you just in case you're not happy.
You want to hit the portal.
See De'Aaron King
or
Justin Fields. They're trying to get you to enter the transfer portal. And now, ladies, I'm here to tell you that guys are going to submit a bunch of unofficial offers. Some are official. Most of them are unofficial. Shoot or shoot. But this is the best way to describe. Is that kind of?
I got you.
So what I say with that to say is they got to run game. They got to make you feel like your son is the only one. They're going to take care of your kid, and they're going to bring him in, and they're going to be the one to turn the program around. Knowing that next year they're doing that with somebody with 12 other people's kids. And you only want to go there because they're doing that, because if you're getting the good ones, that means your son has a better chance. He just got to beat people out. So I say that to say one thing like this. I came here and then they went behind my back with the school that I left. Can hinder your recruiting because you lied for no reason. Yeah. Much like in relationships. It's the stupid lies that do just as much damage as the big lies. Big lies, okay, you do it big or go home. But the little small ones are the ones that kind of build up the distrust.
That's the very first thing I thought of today when I heard this right after I hung up with Joey, right before I walked in here. I was like, why wouldn't you, if Stoops knows this, why wouldn't you tell him? Like, why wouldn't you bring him in this plush office and go, yo, Joseph, here's the deal. There's nothing to be ashamed about. Like, I get that agreement. You're going to sign off on it. You're going to help us. We're going to get the kid for 90% of the season. I get it. Cool. Joey would have gotten it. Everybody would have gotten it. No reason to lie.
None.
Or not even lie. Hide it from him.
Yeah, just
none.
Because you know what Joey's going to do when you say that? Man, bump them cats at Auburn, man. They always hating on me, man. They trying to stop my shot.
Well, maybe this is why he did it, to play devil's advocate. You said the competition's still open. So if you, before he decides who won the competition, go in there and say, hey, you can't even play week 1. It sort of makes the other guy think like, well, I didn't win this. Like, It might.
Don't nobody care about these kids' feelings.
Okay.
At the coach's level.
Apparently,
I
they
don't know. I'm just saying.
They're making backroom deals with each other, saying MFC. Do I have a blue? And
I
white?
get that, but to her,
what orange and blue
I
is
don't
Auburn?
think they care about their feelings, but I think they care about their confidence going into a game as the quarterback.
Here's the thing, man. At
And
quarterback,
if the other guy wins out, you don't even have to tell Joey that there was a gentleman's agreement. You know what I'm saying?
well, he's going to find out. I'd rather
He wouldn't, though.
Oh, he absolutely would. Like he found out today
That's
from
true.
radio.
That's true.
That's the one. Now I will say this: Joey's a good kid because Joey's letting it play out first. Because if I find out in public, expose in public, we've seen this happen a couple times.
Mike Norville.
Yeah. That's the worst way to find out something is like through like
Social
an article.
media.
Like your phone is blowing up and you have no reason why. You're thinking, man, it's not my birthday's not for 2 more weeks. Why is everybody calling me?
Is mom okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did the dog die? Hey man, why are you calling me? Hey dog, is it true that Auburn like they trying to mess you over, bro? Like what are you talking about? I'm not even paying attention to Auburn. They say your coach got a handshake agreement with Gus Malzahn. They dapped it up.
Well,
they pinky promised.
That was the exact conversation I had. I called him. I was like, bro, tell me this ain't true. And if it's true, why didn't you call me? Why did I have to get a call from somebody else? And he's like, what are you talking about? And to his credit, he even said, he's like, Coach Stoops never lied to me. I'm going to assume that this is a false report. I said, okay, cool. I'm just giving you the information I've got. Like, I hope it's false too. There's part of me that hopes it's false. The other part that's not, because if it's not false, that means you're going to be cleared to play week 2. And that's dope. Would I love to see him play against Auburn? Would absolutely love it. But I would rather see him play the other 9.
Right. That's fair.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know. I may, saying it out loud, maybe I'm taking this too personally and it's not that big of a deal, but it aggravates me when it's easy stuff. It's just so easy to tell somebody.
Right.
And you still don't do it. But you're the first one, and I'm not even talking about Stoops on this. I'm talking about 99% of college coaches. You're the first one that'll tweet out how big honesty and all this kind of stuff is in recruiting. Integrity. You're the first one, integrity. You're the first one that'll get everybody in there and say, we're building men here and we don't lie in this program.
You can trust me with your son, ma'am.
Right.
Man, all that character stuff don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing to these cats.
No.
Again, sound bites for the fans who actually believe
the foolish
these
fans.
guys are like above reproach.
No.
Which is the wildest thing in the world.
I guess we got to get some Jag stuff, right?
Yeah. Why not?
We do have 8 o'clock.
We got 8 o'clock.
Oh, we got 8 o'clock and we got a new game.
You
Yeah.
want to push 8 o'clock back a segment so we can get some Jags in?
That's not a bad idea.
Why don't we just do away with 8 o'clock tonight?
Okay.
Did you guys do it last night?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
It's weird that you guys have a first show of the week that's not tonight. I feel like I missed out on so much content.
You did. And RJ was tired yesterday, too.
Yeah, I bet.
Man, had been here all weekend. Working him to death. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get to some Jag stuff coming up next.
Miami visits Louisville. Our coverage begins at 7 o'clock Saturday evening. College football on 1010XL is presented by Community First Credit Union and Travis Cummings in the Bailey Group.
That's what sleeping with a CPAP sounds like. If you can't use CPAP, imagine pressing a button and it sounding like this. That's sleeping with Inspire. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body with one click of a remote. That's right, just a button. If you have sleep apnea, great sleep awaits at inspiresleep.com. That's inspiresleep.com. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
You worked hard for years. You've given everything to your company. But the minute you get injured at work, your employer shows you something you never saw coming. They care more about the money than they care about you. They will say you got hurt somewhere else or you already had that injury. We see employers try to sweep an injury under the rug and offer to pay you directly if you'll agree not to file a claim. Don't fall for it. Instead, come in and talk to one of our workers' comp law specialists here at Farah & Farah. We know all the laws that are designed to protect you. In recent years, under pressure from the insurance lobby, The legislature has made it harder to fight these workers' comp cases, so some law firms won't even take them. That's not how we do things here at Farah and Farah. Your consultation is free. Farah and Farah, protecting you and your family since 1979. Call us at 396-5555, Jacksonville.
Rediscover the comfort of being home. Prosser here. Lifetime Enclosures can help with sunrooms, screen enclosures, lanai conversions, outdoor kitchens, you name it. They got it. My parents invested in their comfort with Lifetime Enclosures. They love their new and improved outdoor space. By coming into their showroom, you can enjoy up to an additional $450 in savings at Lifetime Enclosures. Their staff observes all CDC guidelines and social distancing. And don't forget to stop by Lifetime Flooring next door. Tell them Jeff sent you. License CRC 028471.
In 1919, my great-grandfather founded Catlin as the Studebaker dealership, and now we're the oldest truck accessory store in the U.S. This is Keith Catlin, and I'm proud to be the fourth-generation owner. If you need anything for your truck, van, or SUV, come see us. From Lear toppers to rolling lot bed covers to trailer hitches and everything in between. Let us take care of all your accessory needs. Quality counts at Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
I'm with Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville, and the neat thing that we've discovered through everything that's been going on, Greg, is that families can get out and have a good time on some of your rides.
You know, it's a great point, Joe. We have seen many families come in, taking advantage of the off-road products. You can get outside, get away from the crowds, and still spend time with your family.
We're talking dirt bikes, ATVs, side-by-sides.
All the above. Anything in dirt, we've got it.
Side-by-sides, check them out right now. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency.
As humans, we ask ourselves all kinds of questions. But what if we were forced to ask ourselves a question every day that affected the outcome of the most basic things, the most important things in our lives? The question is, what is your sexual orientation or gender identity? And the answer is the difference between keeping your job or getting fired. The answer is the difference between staying in your home or getting evicted. The answer is the difference between receiving medical treatment or not. Because in 30 states, it's legal to discriminate against people based on their answer to this question. LGBT Americans have the right to say I do, but they don't have the same basic rights as everyone else. Get the facts at beyondido.org. Brought to you by the Gill Foundation and the Ad Council.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is the Sports Den brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. The day after.
Yes.
What happened?
Interception.
Oh, you got Pittsburgh's
defense?
defense?
Yeah, Pittsburgh's defense.
Oh. The day after the big Jags win, the unexpected Jags win. Some people can call it overhyped, but I'm not buying into that. I'm not buying into that. Every win is valuable in here in Jacksonville.
Overhyped? Like,
Yeah, people are saying like, "Oh, y'all are getting too excited about this, and it's just one game." Man, listen, we value every win here in Jacksonville.
Wins don't come easy here, so like you value it.
The big story, obviously, Gardner Minshew, 19 of 20. JJ, that's not bad for a quarterback who's not NFL caliber.
No. 19 of 20 for 97 yards. It was impressive. I didn't see any ball thrown over 5 yards.
Really?
Dump
the touchdown.
King.
The touchdown wasn't.
Oh, that throw was terrible too.
It was wide open. Are you really going to do this
No,
tonight?
I'm not. But you called me out. Like, let's not act like it was such
Three
an amazing
touchdowns. Three
performance.
touchdowns. 19 of
Yes.
20 is not an amazing performance.
No, it was. It
yardage,
was great. It was great. But I mean, let's not act like he threw any ball more than 5 yards downfield. Jay Gruden is the GOAT.
We
I'll
talked
give
about
it to
this.
you.
We talked about this last night.
He dumped
They
it down
did
a lot.
exactly what the defense gave them.
It reminded me of Blake 2017. The offense that they ran with Blake, which was like, don't turn it over, make simple, easy throws, and it'll work out. And that's exactly what happened.
JJ, I got to tell you, man, I think you may just be doubling down on this. I think that's a reach.
To act like they were running an offense that wasn't similar to
compare him
2017.
to Blake.
Oh yeah, like
that's a little bit
I
of a
didn't
reach.
say that.
He said
I
they
didn't
were
say
doing
that.
what
I was
they
saying
did.
they were running the exact same offense that they ran with Blake in 2017. Did they not?
I mean,
lots of short passes.
No,
Keep it simple.
if we're gonna
keep
get
the chains moving. Like, make sure you're not on a first and long.
the problem is they didn't do that in 2017. Like they weren't able to really accomplish that on a consistent basis.
2017, the defense got a lot of turnovers,
Scored a
especially in the
lot.
first half of the season. They gave them a lot of short fields, and they
remember 10 sacks the first game.
Like this game
was won by the offense.
Yeah, there was never really
well,
a time
no,
when they weren't truly like. I didn't feel like panic
Right.
watching the game at
That's
all.
fair. Yeah,
Like,
that's a better way to put it.
In the
defense
first
didn't-
quarter, when I almost said Cincinnati or San Diego, when Indy almost scored again, I was panicked.
Right.
I
And
was
then the
like, they're
fourth
about to
down-
go up 14-0.
Yeah, the
This is a
fourth down
wrap.
stop was wild. I didn't expect that from the defense.
The
I
def-
expected them to trot up and down the field at
Yes.
will on our defense, and I expected our offense to not be able to do much.
To play catch up the entire time.
The defense stepped up, but what James is saying, I agree with. It wasn't like 2017 where it was like, oh gosh, where are points coming from? It felt like the offense was in a good rhythm most of the day.
They scored in the red zone.
They did do that, but even like, didn't it? Am I the only one that it felt like it never got to a frustration point for me? Where I remember in 2017, it was like, oh my gosh, just punt it on first down and let our defense score.
I will say this though, with all of the moves that they made in the offseason, I really went to the game and maybe.
Did you go to the game?
No. Maybe it
went
was
to the
coming
game.
off of my Saturday too. But
Okay.
I actually went into watching this game with no expectations. I was like, I'm just here to watch a football game. Like, I don't expect anything. And I was pleasantly surprised. I think I found a way to be a Jaguar fan. Expect nothing and be happy if you get something.
I
Is
did
that
pick them
life?
to win more games than you guys just saying. So I am the
Oh, yeah.
optimistic guy.
I'm not changing off of 5.
Listen.
Until they get to 5.
I don't care if every
5-0.
Yeah,
I don't care if every single throw is inside of 10 yards. If you go 19 of 20
Yes,
with 3
it was
touchdowns
impressive.
and no picks,
Of course.
I'll take it every week. If you like,
Not
if we
10
can
different receivers as well.
yeah, the more I think about that, like I love that. I do. I like that he spread out.
He didn't try to force it to chart.
We don't want to see a receiver step up though and be able to be
No,
that
I
guy,
would like to.
you know.
I think the way he's doing it right now,
We
if you
do.
do
We
that
have
for the
Eifert.
first, if you do that for the first 3 or 4 weeks, right? Let's say that you're spreading into that. Defensive coordinators can't just say we're just going to double team this guy or he's going to pick you apart. You've got to play decent. Just like if James Robinson goes out next week and gets over that 65-yard threshold, like which puts him on pace for 1,000 yards. I know a lot of people don't see 65 and don't think it's a lot, but in the NFL, that's decent. If he's able to do that and control the clock, you're going to have to respect the run. You're going to have to play this team balanced. But you don't want them to have to play. You don't want them to restrict and dictate what you're doing. That's not good offense.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think that JJ also was correct in one other thing too. I come away from that, and I still haven't watched the all 22, but I'm going to. Very excited about what we can do with a real offensive coordinator. I think you look at that, and it speaks as much to Gruden as it does to anybody that you had 10 different guys catch the ball. That in his first game ever as a pro, you saw LaVisca Chenault lined up in different places.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like that. And it didn't feel, and y'all tell me if this was just me, it didn't feel predictable
Absolutely
yesterday.
not.
Right? It didn't feel boring at any time. It didn't feel like, oh gosh, they're
First
in
and
quicksand.
second down, they're going to run the ball.
Right. They didn't get themselves into bad
They
situations.
did out the gate. First down.
Yeah, but they went out
Yeah,
and
it
got
was so
6-7 yards.
But
they were gashing them, dude.
Yeah.
It was crazy. The O-line, that's my number one takeaway from the game.
Sherbert,
They were amazing.
Sherbert looked good.
Yes, he did.
Miles Jack actually looked like a linebacker. It was wild.
What'd you think of
a Florida player really played probably above his, like, for that game, that one game.
We got to
DB.
talk about his interviews, by the way.
I don't care if he.
No, I'm saying I love the guy.
Oh, I know what I heard the interview. I don't care if he ever talks. What people got to remember about interviews. Did you hear this, James? Did you hear his?
No.
We'll
I was
play
just
it
looking
in
at
just
the
a
sack.
second.
It was an awful sack.
Okay, so they asked him. Lots of very short answers.
Yeah, go ahead, play a couple.
But they asked him. This is on his expectations being a rookie first day.
Yeah, I don't think it was a breakout day. I think all the guys just performed.
Oh,
How we expected to. We believe in each other. And that's all that matters here.
I like
wasn't
the
a
one
breakout. This was
on if his debut was as good as he imagined.
Yeah, here we
I
go.
love this one.
I mean, I imagine better, but I'm thankful for it. Ready to get back to work on Monday.
With not a hint of like just playing around.
Can I
just
tell you who
joking.
that sounds like?
Jalen?
Y'all ready for this? Jalen, his first year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
With less tears.
I don't think
sassiness.
We're gonna get Jalen out of this one.
No, what I'm
not
saying
the
is
flamboyant part.
What I'm saying is, if you remember
No.
the first year Jalen was here,
You barely talked.
barely talked, and when he
Really?
did, it was like that. Oh
Yes. Like that's the funniest
What
thing
happened?
about. That's the funniest thing about a marketing strategy that was genius.
Adidas?
No, I don't know who did it, but Jalen didn't say anything. They get good. Jalen starts talking and gives us sound bites every day. He immediately became marketable. People talked about how he wasn't going to be marketable. and
I
then
didn't
he
know
blew
that.
up.
I just assumed he was like that. From
The only
only
thing that
time
happened
you
the
heard
first
him-
year was Steve
Yeah,
Smith.
Steve Smith, and that's when the first time I heard his voice, and I'm like, whoa, that's what he sounds like.
Super sass.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
he didn't make appearances. He didn't really do anything that first year. You didn't have. I mean, we even talked about it the first year. Like, man, this guy could be a superstar. Why is he not out there more? And then, boy, did he get out there.
They asked CJ, I don't have the cut. I think it might have been on TV or something, but they asked him like about throwing a pick against Rivers and, preparing for Rivers. He was like, I don't really watch football like that.
Oh.
Like, okay.
Well, as long as
You
he
don't know
watches
who
film.
Phillip Rivers is?
Who's that? No, I've never had a pick against him. You played him today.
That just happened, bro. So now I sort of understand the whole like video of when he was drafted and he looked like he was down in the dumps. And then like a couple weeks ago, he was on like a weird Twitter thing. He's just a very aloof guy. I like him. I'm into him. A lot of these new guys, Robinson jersey in the mail. I mean, love that cat. The guy he leaped over, that was amazing. First undrafted rookie running back to start in the NFL since 1990.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The year of my birth.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He was good.
My biggest takeaway from yesterday isn't my biggest surprise. Like the biggest surprise, obviously, I think for everybody is the
O-line?
defense and Robinson.
Oh.
I mean, just because it's no names, right? We know who the offensive line is, and they did give up 4 sacks.
The defense, though, I
They
don't
gave
want to
up
be
yardage.
Mr. Negative,
They
but
gave
they
up
gave up
yardage.
lots of yardage.
They gave up yardage, but they made plays when they had to. But my biggest takeaway, and it wasn't a surprise in any way, shape, or form, was just how deep the receiver squad is. I'm really, like, legitimately, before yesterday, and yesterday just confirmed it, I'm excited about this group of receivers.
And you don't have to pay any of them. They don't make any money.
No. I mean, Keelan Cole's going to get something when the year's done, especially if he has a decent year. And you're going to pay DJ Chark eventually. But the rest of them, no. You really don't. And we didn't see Colin Johnson like that.
Had one catch, I think.
And a backflip.
He can do a front flip as well.
That's impressive for a 6'6" guy. And I was telling you guys, and I think Matt Hayes was too, I was telling you guys about Laviska Shenault, and he didn't have crazy stats, But I think everybody saw what we were talking about and what the potential is for this guy. I really am excited about watching the Jacksonville Jaguars play this year. I'm not saying they're going to win. I'm just saying last year, the year before, if I'm being honest, it was hard to stay awake. I think this year is going to be fun to watch.
I can't wait to watch the game on Sunday. I got my writer's block went away. I did for the first time in a year. I wrote.
Do you think the Jags were to blame?
No. There's a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, so the Jags did not free you of...
Yeah, primarily me being lazy. But this is the first time I've ever written about the Jaguars.
I didn't know you wrote about the Jaguars.
Who
are you writing for?
This website called Fifth Quarter.
Oh, okay.
But we have an NFL section, and we're going that'll drop tomorrow. That and another FSU article that hopefully people will like. But I was just it was looking at the impressive first days of the two rookies on both sides of the ball. Actually, I forgot about the guy who really is the best player on this team that we all like since he's gotten here. He's never missed. Lambo.
Dude,
that is crazy.
Having Lambo is a weapon in of itself because once you get across the 50 to the 40, you got a chance. You have a chance.
And you look at the rest of these NFL teams in all the games yesterday, including the Colts, just clang, missing like sitters. What was that? The Cincinnati Bengals guy.
Yeah.
Oh my! And then he acted like he was hurt. It's like you don't have to deal with any of that here.
Right.
What is it? 45 for 45 in Jacksonville.
Yeah. By the way, Minshew, in the 2 season openers that he's played in, 4 incomplete passes.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. There's a lot of and how many passes? Like 40.
40, yeah.
My only
I just wish they would let him throw down the field.
But they couldn't yesterday.
They took it away.
Yeah, they literally couldn't because the defense they were playing. And the text line makes a good point. The one thing that Minshew was near the top last year of is deep ball accuracy. 25 plus yards. So he can do it. I think the biggest thing, and JJ, I'm going to take up for you. I think the biggest doubt that Minshew, I'm not going to call you Minshew haters.
Oh, go for it.
But the biggest doubt that people have about Minshew is his pocket presence, and can he stay in the pocket?
There was a few times yesterday where he prematurely left the pocket.
See, I thought he did much better.
Definitely.
Yesterday. Much better. If he puts together the first quarter of the season and you see a calm Minshew like you saw yesterday, getting rid of the ball on time, coming right out of his hands, I think even JJ will come around.
I'll come around if he does it again next week, dude. Straight up. Like, he was that impressive yesterday. I just really was like, every play, every passing play was so short that it was like, yeah, I want to see him sling it around. I want to see him move the ball down the field. I don't like that they won it all, but I don't like that they were out yardage gained by 200 plus yards or whatever, whatever it was. That's a lot. And Phillip Rivers is washed. And he had like 400 plus yards.
Well, was that the biggest takeaway from the NFL yesterday? Is that the old quarterbacks have really gotten old?
Like it's a wrap.
Outside, how old is Aaron Rodgers?
He's the youngest of the old guys, I think.
Yeah.
He's got to be like 2 years.
He's 36.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So he's a lot younger than Brady.
What is Breeze? Is Breeze 40 now?
Got to be close to
41.
41. I'm just curious how much older Brady is than him.
2 years older.
That was the biggest takeaway. I talked about it last night. It was actually my 8 o'clock.
He's 43.
I don't want to see these guys just fall off a cliff. And boy.
Well, that'll get us into our game, so we should come back.
Now, I don't know
not a game.
What's Roethlisberger doing tonight, because he's another in that old group.
He's had some really bad plays, but then he's had some pretty damn good plays. Basically, big fan, like just what he always does. But he is obviously coming off an injury. He's 38.
Yeah.
Wow, he's older than Rodgers.
Well, yeah, he was
2004.
He's not doing bad.
Draft class.
He's 17 of 28 for 194 and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but he just one of the sacks that he just took. It was just like
too.
Like he thought he was 10 years younger than what he was.
He didn't realize.
He looks better than he did during quarantine. He lost a lot of weight. Oh, that's good. That was my biggest takeaway from week 1, though, as a whole, is, man, these guys are starting to
And
show
the
their
young
age
guys
from
are taking over.
Unbelievable.
They're nasty, dude.
Unbelievable.
We're so lucky that, a lot of us NFL people, fans, were like, damn, when all these old guys, when the Bradys and the Breezes are out of the league, a couple years ago, it didn't look like there was anyone to, save us. There was so much bad quarterback play. But now you look around and there's so many, like almost every single team has their guy.
Yeah, I think Russell Wilson is I know
MVP.
we make fun of Russell a lot. Man, how good is that guy? And obviously Pat Mahomes, everybody knows, and Aaron Rodgers. But Kyler Murray is going to be, if he stays healthy, is going to be one of the funnest quarterbacks to watch over the course of the next 10 years.
Somebody tweeted out that Kyler Murray looks like a 7-year-old that stole a piece of candy and is trying to run away.
Yes.
Yeah,
and you'll never be able to look at Kyler Murray scrambling.
And you'll never be able to catch him either.
Here's the exciting thing is, let Minshew put together 3 or 4 games like that. And all of a sudden now he gets in those same conversations as guys that are young and going to be fun to watch and around for a while.
Well, he already is in the conversation for young, good quarterbacks.
You have to do a little bit more here, right? Because you're in Jacksonville.
He was the rookie of the week every week until we decided to put the pediatrician in.
Yeah.
With Mr. Glass,
Which,
Nick
what
Foles.
a shame for him, by the way. We'll get to that next segment as well.
Oh, we're going to play our game next segment?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a game.
What is it? I forgot.
It's basically a segment where I'm going to give you like some of the hot takes / headlines from around the football world. We're going to do it every Monday.
Okay.
And you're going to decide if it's fake news or not. Basically like a fact or fiction, or like, buy or sell. This is just our own version of it.
Okay. And then we need to have a meeting as a sportsden family, listeners invited towards the end of the show.
Whoa.
Yes. Because I have a Minshew problem that I need to get y'all's advice on. And it has to do with the sports den.
Okay.
So we got all that coming up next.
Miami visits Louisville. Our coverage begins at 7 o'clock Saturday evening. College football on 1010XL is presented by Community First Credit Union and Travis Cummings and the Bailey Group.
After consulting with several orthopedic specialists about my constant knee pain, I chose Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and Dr. Chris Swanson to handle my surgery. Their professionalism let me know this team was the one for me. The surgery was very successful, and if I ever have a future need, I'll continue to trust Southeast Orthopedic Specialists to take care of me.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
All offers with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Jeep Adventure Days.
Kick off your fall with huge savings on the cars, trucks, and SUVs you love to drive. From Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Arlington. All Ram trucks are sale priced at up to $11,000 off MSRP. There's no better truck than Ram. Save up to $11,000. Get up to 25% off on any Charger or Challenger. Drive a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee from just $337 a month. Get 0% financing. Make no monthly payments for 90 days. See our inventory at #1CJD.com. Get up to $7,000 off Cherokee and up to $8,000 on Compass. Trade in that car, truck, or SUV you don't like driving anymore and trade up to a brand new one you'll love for years. Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Arlington. Honest and friendly service you can count on. 9600 Atlantic Boulevard, right across from the Regency Square Mall.
The football season is here, and you can track the latest news, odds, and information at betonline.net. Bring the game home at betonline.net.
Over 300 children in Northeast Florida are currently undergoing cancer treatment. 84% of families whose child is tackling cancer will experience financial hardship. This is Tom Coughlin, and September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, which is represented by the Gold Ribbon. Go gold this September with the Tom Coughlin J Fund to help our neighbors and community members tackling this devastating disease. Visit tcjfund.org/gogold for more information.
The best jewelry buying opportunity ever is happening right now at Diamonds Direct. Pick any item, pay nothing down, and get 5 years, 0 interest financing. Imagine that $4,000 eternity band for only $67 a month, or that $8,000 three-stone ring just $135 a month. You can finance 100% of the purchase, even the tax. Don't miss this limited time opportunity for the lowest payments ever on fine jewelry. On approved credit, details at diamondsdirect.com.
Off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt.
In uncertain times like these, it's more important than ever to take care of each other. That's why your Jacksonville area Chick-fil-A restaurants are still here to serve you with contactless payments through the Chick-fil-A app. Place a mobile order today and pay ahead of your visit. Then pick it up in the drive-thru or curbside, where available. Or if you prefer to stay home, they'll gladly deliver it right to your door. Order through the Chick-fil-A app where possible, or their delivery partners DoorDash and Uber Eats.
Could get a little warm on the Roof It Right hot seat. Would you mind not breathing fire on me? When players and NFL experts join Jaguars today from 10 to noon on 1010XL. Roof It Right. Roof It Right so you can sleep at night.
Fenwick Home Services takes the stress out of fall cooling and heating problems by taking $50 off any system repair. 1 year guarantee included. Fenwick has more techs, more trucks, and more parts in stock to do the job right the first time. They also protect your well-being with face masks, gloves, and the latest CDC guidelines. Pick up the phone now and call 660-0556 or visit FenwickHomeservices.com.
September is National Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. The urologists at McKeever Clinic urge you to discuss with your doctor about screenings for prostate cancer starting around age 40. Establishing a routine screening schedule is the best way to detect prostate cancer in its earliest stages, giving you the greatest chance of successful treatment. McKeever is home to the region's leading prostate cancer center. Schedule your screening by calling 355-6583 or visit McKeeverClinic.com.
Looking to upgrade your old wardrobe? Mariano's Custom Tailor on Beach Boulevard custom make suits and shirts for you. We also do alterations. Come to our store or we'll come to you. Mariano's Custom Tailor, the local expert at making you look great.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is the Sports Den on a Monday night after a Jags victory. Always good to come in here. So much better to come in here after a victory than after a loss. We even were able to talk other stuff tonight, where if it's a loss, everybody's so mad we just got to talk about the Jags. Hopefully, we get a lot of those this year. Hopefully, I picked 4 wins. You picked 4 or 5 wins.
Yep.
I forget what JJ picked. Hopefully, we're all wrong because I know JJ didn't have them going to the playoffs. Hopefully, we are all wrong. Hopefully, we're not coming back in here next week going, I'd like to see a nice little 3-game win streak.
10.5-point underdogs.
Yeah.
At Tennessee.
Go money line.
Dude, you could probably get like 3-1 odds, 4-1 odds if you take the Jags money line.
I may do it.
I don't even know what that means.
That means just to win
outright.
Straight up.
The game?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So
Yeah.
for every $1 you bet, you get 3.
I'm going to have to look into that. I may have to do that.
Holler at me. I got you.
Who's the guy? Who's the people who sponsor the station?
There's lots. MyBookie is the new one, I think.
Oh, okay.
Nobody sponsors us, so
Why
bump them
can't
all.
I,
use
like-
Bovada.
What? Like I like to gamble.
Dude, talk to the salespeople about that. That ain't my
Have
thing.
Have you not seen salespeople? Have y'all not seen the numbers? Are we not sellable?
Yeah.
Look
right?
at the clicks,
Look
bro.
at the
Good
clicks.
night,
SoundCloud
dude.
clicks.
Like,
We are one of the
beyond-
most sellable shows in the city.
I'm beyond the I don't drink vodka anymore. Give me the vodka. Give me the vodka,
That
man.
was early on in the
Like,
radio
that was,
career.
you
James
know-
turned down a vodka deal because he didn't like it.
I'm
Fool.
I can be bought. I can drink a screwdriver. I can.
Let me give you
I'll do that outside.
a peek behind the microphone, listeners. Not everything that these people, not all the sponsors are loved, basically. Like when someone says,
Ours
hey,
are,
go
though.
to this pizza place, they don't necessarily always eat that pizza.
Well, see, that's been our downfall.
Yeah,
is we've only marketed people that we use.
Yes.
What we're telling
Mistake.
all of you now, salespeople, like if you come directly to James and I, we're going to need to really like you. Salespeople, That's fine. Y'all go make your money.
If
Like, do
y'all
you
sell
think
it,
that LeBron James really only rides in a Kia?
Yeah. like if y'all
Right.
do
What
it,
are you,
like
high?
y'all bring it to me, cool. I'm good with it, babe. Help me.
Right.
I
Right.
like shoes. And they keep
And
coming
gambling.
out and gambling. Like
And booze.
and booze and autographs and
medical marijuana.
medical marijuana.
How are we not?
Yo, real talk. Somebody actually inboxed me and asked me for advice on it. Like that's sellable right there. I gave somebody some life-changing advice about how it helped.
Tell you what,
how it helped me
Pre-game by
cope.
Big Game.
Tell you what, 1010 sales staff, later on this week, we'll put together a segment of what all we like so that we can help y'all.
You know how many people I got eating chicken sandwiches?
Popeyes should
also,
be.
I love strip clubs.
Yo, please. We had a guy, the last black guy was a sponsor. Like, I like wings. Come on.
All of this.
That's a double-double right there, ain't it?
Look,
I love
I go to church. If a church wants to sponsor.
Hell yeah.
Hey, well, bless his heart segment, baptismal, whatever, like Aaron Donald did Zeke.
Shoes, boots. Like, yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, a John the Baptist segment brought to you by 1321 or whatever it's called.
1321. What is that?
Isn't that church down the street?
1122?
1122.
1728.
That's the church I go to.
Oh, my bad.
Dang, 1321?
Why have I heard that before?
I don't know. That sounds like a Jaguar score, though.
Yeah, I gotta see.
All right, let's get to our game.
Okay.
Our game, or is it whatever we're going to call it.
All
Our
right.
segment.
It's called Is This Fake News? And I thought of it this morning. That's why we don't have any production for it yet.
Dang it.
All right,
This
so
is
let's
why we don't have sponsors.
Let's just go through this. First one. Tampa Bay sucks and they will miss the playoffs. Fake news or real news? Each of you go.
Could be real, but I think that's fake.
So you think they are going to be good enough to get to the playoffs after what you saw yesterday?
Oh, no, I'm saying, you're saying this is an article.
No, he's telling you.
I'm
do
telling
you. Believe this or
No.
And you tell. Okay.
I've always said that I think I think Tom's washed.
Oh my gosh, I'm confused. So you don't think they're going to the playoffs?
I don't think they're going to
So
the playoffs.
that's real news.
That's real. I'm a bad.
Okay.
My fault. I messed up. Yeah, you're right.
That is fake news. It's fake news because
You are fake news.
Tampa will go to the playoffs. It's going to be okay. They've got a lot of talent there, and they've got the goated quarterback who's been through this before. He doesn't have to be great to win football games, and he knows that. He's got to learn his team. They'll be 9-7, 10-6, and they'll go to the playoffs.
Okay. I tend to side with James on that one. Next. That was a good offensive pass interference call at the end of Cowboys versus Rams.
Complete fake news. That was one of the.
I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say.
That was one of the. Like I will say this. I heard Keyshawn Johnson talk about this morning, so I'm not being original. Keyshawn Johnson said if that was a more experienced receiver, he'd have gotten away with it because he'd put his hand on Jalen's hip and not his shoulder.
That's the
reason.
It
wasn't the push off; it was the hand placement
and the elbow almost being locked out. So it wasn't like a really, really bad one. I think at that moment you probably do swallow your whistle.
Yes.
But it by the letter of the rule, like Keyshawn just said, like he just the hand placement and the fact when I looked at them freeze it, I'm like, okay, his arm is basically extended.
And it was a flop. It was a flop job.
And Jalen sold it.
An amazing acting job.
He got beat. He got beat. He got Delta. He got lent a hand, and he took it.
How about Jalen's tackle, by the way, yesterday?
Ooh, yeah, big time.
Man.
Yep.
Which had to be the toughest tackle I've ever seen him make. All right, next. Kyler Murray will lead the Arizona Cardinals to the playoffs.
Fake news.
Oh.
You are fake news.
I like Kyler Murray a lot, but I'm gonna go fake news as well.
The division he's in.
I mean, they did just beat the front runner.
It is mathematically possible for all four teams in a division to make the playoffs this year.
They did just beat the front runner. They beat San Francisco. No, bump it. That's true.
Nice.
You know what? They are gonna make it because with D-Hop,
he was so good.
And with Kyler, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough to spy Kyler and double team D-Hop. Yeah, they've got a good formula. I think they do make it.
This is obviously assuming Kyler will not get hurt because, man, he looks little out there.
Because he could literally explode if he took the right hit.
Next, but he's good at sliding. Next, Mitchell Trubisky is good.
At what? You got to
as a quarterback in the NFL.
Like taking handoffs?
Oh, so you're gonna say fake
I say
news.
that you're a terrible reporter.
Okay.
That's
Benny?
what I say.
He certainly looked good in the fourth quarter yesterday.
I have this theory that I've been consistent with, that the older you get at quarterback, if you have any skills whatsoever, the better you get. That they improve year 4, 5, 6, 7 is when they're starting to come into their own as far as like an average NFL quarterback. I do think that Mitch Trubisky has a chance to be good. I do think he has a chance to be a long-term good quarterback. And this is what I'm basing it off of. If Ryan Tannehill can do it, Mitch Trubisky can do it. They're the same guy.
I like that. All right, next up, Tua
Tagovailoa.
Thank you, Rick. Tua Tagovailoa will be the starting quarterback by the time the Dolphins play the Jaguars come week 3.
I believe that could be real news.
Okay.
It's absolutely real news, because there's no way that you're going to let the 65-year-old continue to roll out there and goes no touchdowns, 3 picks when your first round draft pick is sitting right there. Absolutely no
He has
way.
a beard and he's trying really hard.
Like I don't like when people say, like, people who go like to Harvard or have like real degrees and things like that, they call them stupid. But like, I'm okay with this one. Like, and when it comes to football, he's football stupid. Like that's okay.
Tua's first start will be the Thursday night game against the Jags, and the Jags will get after him. And everybody will realize that Tua's
See,
I've been saying that since.
Yes.
Yeah. Good for him for getting drafted, though.
That's a trash opinion. Sorry. I was saying Tua should be starting Sunday. That's how bad Fitzpatrick. I don't understand this whole. Also in San Diego or in California with Ty God. Like, I love Ty God as much as the next guy, but just he's not the future of your franchise. Just put the kid in.
Have you thought about the fact that maybe it's a health thing with Tua? That he's been cleared, but maybe, just maybe,
if
they've
he's good enough
advised
to
a few
play,
more weeks.
If he's good enough to play week 3, he's good enough to play week 1. I mean, really?
Well, Shakira said the hips don't lie, so we'll see.
All right, last one for the NFL. It's a lock. Lamar versus Mahomes in the AFC title game.
Completely fake news.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
You are fake news.
Completely fake. I in fact, I would say the odds are against that.
So who do you like?
I don't want to sound like, what was our boy that said Lamar should play receiver?
Jim Irsay.
No, Bill Polian.
Or Bill Polian.
Yeah.
Irsay was high.
Irsay was on that Colombian Bam Bam.
I don't want to sound like that, but I will say this. He was explosive yesterday. Lamar Jackson, he had a great day yesterday. But mechanically, he did not make any strides from last year. And
so you're
at some point, that's going to come back to bite him a little bit.
The fact you just said that just reminded me of the last time I saw Lamar doing anything football related.
He was killing it.
No, he wasn't.
The
at the Pro Bowl.
Oh,
the playoffs weren't his fault.
Contest
where
they played.
He couldn't get a target.
That was
standing.
embarrassing. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, so I mean, I think Baltimore is obviously one of the better teams in the NFL. I think they make it to the playoffs, but I think it goes the way it went last year. If Lamar, who has this extreme level of talent, if he's not going to dial in and fix the things that needs to be fixed, he's going to have a hard time getting over the hump, which is the playoffs. So I don't think it'll be the AFC Championship game.
All right, so let's move on to college. Let's do 2 really fast before we have to break. First, North Carolina is the second, and this is including Notre Dame this year. Okay, they're in the AC. North Carolina is the second best ACC team.
Fake news.
You are fake news.
Fake news. If you're not going to say it's Notre Dame, then how do you not, after we read the Heisman list the other day, mention Louisville?
Yes.
Playmaker-wise, if it's not Notre Dame, then if Louisville and North Carolina plays, who you picking?
Louisville plays Miami on Saturday, so we'll find out.
Is this their first game?
More. They played last week.
I don't remember who they played then. Okay,
they throttled somebody.
Okay,
yeah.
Notre Dame is it?
Yeah, Western Kentucky.
Duke has a former. Duke has the kid from Clemson.
Looks
That's their
good.
quarterback. Like, so I mean,
Chase Bryce.
They weren't bad, and that the head coach is a quarterback guru. So I mean, they came up, schemed it up. Did Notre Dame's talent showed? Give them a chance. You know, I'm still gonna put Notre Dame until North Carolina proves it.
Okay, I agree. North Carolina, the score was deceiving.
That game was close.
Struggled, up until the fourth quarter, and then they just blew them out. By the way, Louisville beat Western Kentucky only 35-21. So we'll see how that goes on Saturday.
The Syracuse Notre Dame game, if you watched it.
You mean North Carolina?
Excuse me, my bad. Syracuse North Carolina game.
Tough watch.
Syracuse guy dropped a wide open corner
Yes.
in the end zone. So people who don't know what a corner is, just that you know that. He dropped it. There was plenty of opportunities that they had to even, like, they should have been ahead at a certain point. The talent gap and not taking advantage of the plays bust open was like, man, end of the third quarter.
You're
going
right,
into the fourth.
right in the beginning of the fourth, I think. Yeah, it was like 10-6 or something like
Not
that.
taking anything away from their win. I'm just saying if I have to grade them based upon differences,
Notre Dame looked better.
Notre Dame looked better.
Yes. All right. Last but not least, certainly not least, to me, this is the most important one. Florida State will finish with a losing record.
Oh, that's absolutely
real news.
Oh, damn!
I can't defend it. I can't.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think even the most positive Florida State fan right now would have a hard time justifying a winning record.
Like, and this could happen because it's 2020.
That's true.
Anything can happen.
They could go. They could not lose a game the rest of the way.
Blow Miami out. I still got to say the same thing because I have no idea who this team is. Like, you can't look that bad against Georgia Tech offensively. You scored 3 points in 51 minutes, I believe, is what the number was.
Yep.
Your defense gave up 400 yards of total offense. Like, 16 points is great, but like, you had good special teams, but there's nothing that shows me when we go up against superior athletes, because I have to believe they're superior at this point. I thought we had just as good athletes, but I didn't see it in the game film. I have to believe that Jacksonville State is a win, probably, but they've got a former 4-star quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Wake punched Clemson square in the mouth.
Oh, stop there.
And they beat us last year. So I'm just saying.
Oh my! Did Wake beat y'all last year?
Yes, Wake beat us last year. I just can't but okay. I'll say fine. Jacksonville State is a win.
Yeah, you have
Wake is a push. Wake is a push. Duke, what I saw against Notre Dame, is a push. I know who we're not beating. Clemson, Notre Dame. I don't think we're beating Miami now.
Louisville.
I don't. Yeah, I can't see us beating Louisville with that. I can't see us beating UNC. That's 5 added to the one. We're already at 6. We're already at 6. That's 6 losses, right?
Yeah.
That means to have a winning record, you got to beat 3 teams that were already like you should have beat based on talent, but you weren't sure. And then after you've seen the talent and coaching combined, and the cocktail that came out was 13 points, you can't say it. You can't beat the Trolls off. You can't justify any of this. Sad.
Let's take our final break, and then I've got if we have time. If not, we'll get to it on Wednesday. I've got a Minshew question for y'all. We'll do that coming up next.
Making the game last a little longer.
Join me, Hacker.
And me, Leon Searcy. The window world of Northeast Florida 5th quarter. Presented by Donato's Pizza. 2 hours after the final whistle on game day. On the home of the Jaguars, 1010XL.
All offers are with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Cheap Adventure Day.
If you think the best deals on a new car, truck, or SUV end with summer, they don't. Our fall prices are great. Better than ever at Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Bay Meadows. Drive a new Dodge Journey and make no monthly payments for 90 days. Choose anyone from our great selection and save up to $5,000 off MSRP. Get a new Jeep Cherokee and save up to $7,000. Save up to $8,000 on a new Compass. Get up to 25% off any new Dodge Charger or Challenger. See our inventory at jaxcjdr.com. Call us for a test drive and we'll have the vehicle ready and waiting for you when you get here. We can also bring the test drive to you. Nobody can beat our selection of Ram trucks. Drive your brand new pickup home from as little as $354 a month. You save up to $11,000. Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, leading the way. I-295 and Bay Meadows.
This is Andrew Gibson for the River City Hardball Podcast. New episodes each week on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, spotlighting local baseball in Jacksonville. Brought to you by 925 Partners Insurance. Proven protection, trusted partners.
Are you living with foot or ankle pain? If the bottom of your heel hurts when you stand, it could be plantar fasciitis. Often, plantar fasciitis is worse in the morning, but gets better with stretching, ice, or rest. But if it doesn't improve, it's time to see a JOI foot and ankle specialist. Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute can get you in quickly for new injuries and fractures. Call JOI 2000 or visit JOI.net.
Why live with foot or ankle pain? If you have persistent pain, numbness, tingling, burning pain on the bottom of your foot, or swelling that doesn't improve with home treatment, it may be time to see Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Our foot and ankle specialists have innovative new options to help you get back in the swing of things without persistent pain that slows you down. Call JOI 2000 or go to joionline.net for an appointment.
When you owe the IRS and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Jacksonville, for affordable IRS tax representation. J. David Tax Law can stop any IRS collection action and protect you from financial devastation. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Wake up and smell the golf balls.
Brunch with the Tour.
Tour news, tips, and inside info. Brunch provided by Chick-fil-A.
Brought to you by
Renewal by Anderson. A better way to a better window. Wednesday morning on 1010XL.
Hey guys, Beef here. Come on out and get some Chick-fil-A breakfast and meet the one and only Dan Hicken and Jeff and me at Lifetime Enclosures this Friday morning. All morning long, the drill will be broadcasting live from Lifetime Enclosures on Phillips Highway. We'll have lots of goodies to give away. One lucky winner could score a 1010XL golf prize pack with a foursome to Hidden Hills Golf Club. Tons of cool stuff to give away. Lifetime will have great deals on outdoor living spaces and flooring. Just come on out this Friday morning from 6 to 10 at Lifetime Enclosures.
All year long, you'll be singing our song. Stay cooler with Bueller. At the head of our class, we make it happen fast. Stay cooler with Bueller. For heating and air, we always play fair. We make the difference because we really care. Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Start off this football season with $50 off a set of Yokohama tires. Mike Dempsey here for Tire Outlet. Tire Outlet has 12 locations all over Northeast Florida and literally wholesale prices to the public and full automotive repair. It's your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs. But right now, for $50 off a set of Yokohama tires, go to tireoutlet.com/offers.
Wholesale prices, premium service. Tire Outlet.
Mystic Cornhole Company is the first choice for high-quality custom boards made right here in Jacksonville. But if you have a cornhole emergency, drop by their shop on Phillips Highway and pick up your new set today. MysticCornholeCompany.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
I tell you the difference between me and them. They trying to get their ones and trying to get them M's. 1 million, 2 million.
You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
So I was thinking about this earlier. It's like, hey, Gardner's not doing any radio, right? Like, I should just call him and say, yo, what would it take for us to get every Monday?
How much?
How much? We go find a sponsor or whatever. But I got this issue, like, I work with the guy quarterback-wise. Do I want to do that?
Yes.
Like, that's not, you stop for y'all for a second and, like, put yourself in my shoes. Is that something is that out of bounds?
No. It's actually more comfortable than him doing any other show.
But then if I, like,
yeah, what do you want him on Martineau's show or
tell
something?
him you stink, bro. Like, what was that about? Yeah, but you know sometimes you got to go out there and just throw the ball.
Let's pass. We'll talk more about it this week. We may have to figure out.
Beat your other suggestion.
I forgot what the other suggestion was. I don't remember it. Oh, now I remember.
That's hilarious.
Shout out to Mount Jeffrey listening from New Mexico.
Oh, awesome. We'll be back on Wednesday night. We got tomorrow night off. Wednesday night, 9 o'clock, right here on 92.5 FM. So Sports Den, we'll talk to you then.